So what kind of questions do y'all have about crowdfunding? Okay, so your experience was negative. It didn't work for you. Do you know why?
I think it's mainly I just don't put the word out because I was checking because when you go to you actually look and you can actually see how many people are actually seeing what you're doing.
Right.
And mine was so low that there's no reason I got anything. Because I mean, because it's, the way it works is that every person that comes on and if they look at and they share it, then it actually shows them whoever signed in. It actually shows how many times they've shared it.
Right.
So it's really cool to see all the breakdown of what a person is doing. Right. Well, I only had maybe 4 or 5 people, and they didn't really do all that much. And it's like mine was the biggest pusher.
Right. Sure. Of course.
So I think that was basically I just did not get the word out as much as I wanted to.
Yeah, I've noticed that looking at the movies that have been crowdsourced. Those that had a large community to start with, in other words, they've been in the business for a while, making a lot of contacts, were the ones that were successful. Those who just started, maybe they have a better idea and all that, but they don't have the people to contact.
Right.
They didn't make it.
So I think that there's kind of like a beginning, middle, and end that's really distinct. There's kind of like I don't want to say it's a formula because I don't think that's correct, but there's a process that's very, very noticeable. In the beginning, it's all about identifying who your market is, what your product is, who's going to buy it, why they care, and putting together a very good list of potential rewards. Now, on my campaign, we did some crazy stuff with rewards. I'll come back to that in a second. But then, during the campaign, a couple days before the campaign launches, you've got to line up somebody to start talking about you. Whether it's a newsletter list, which we had, or whether it's media access, which sounds like your friends had. Somebody has to start that ball rolling and be at the catalyst for all the other stuff to start happening. Then while the campaign is running, it's non-stop communications. You've got a chance to communicate back and forth with the people backing your campaign, answering questions. They're going to always have questions. Be very responsive about the comments. And then after the campaign, and this is an area that we just really screwed up, was make sure that your rewards happen on time as predicted. We made 2 kind of big mistakes. We didn't calculate our shipping costs correctly, and so we're going to wind up paying a lot of extra money because of shipping. And we really underestimated how complicated the process of getting t-shirts and posters was. Right? We're like, okay, I admit we're kind of arrogant because we're building an elevator on the moon. I think we're kind of smart. So we're like, well, of course we can handle t-shirts and posters, right? No! There's a whole completely crazy logistics process of handling t-shirts and posters. And I have to admit, I was really caught off guard by that stuff.
I made t-shirts.
Dude, we should talk, because this was not an easy process for us. Okay, right. Yeah, it's a whole nother world for me, right? And so we really messed up some stuff on our campaign. But there's a very distinct beginning, middle, end. And I think that that's really important. We launched our campaign in a very specific way, and I think that would help you as well. That we knew we were going to get some buzz. So, we were out of business, I said that. We built our website, basically I launched it on Monday. We launched the campaign on Wednesday, and we have an annual Space Aware conference. So that's where a bunch of us get together and talk about what we're doing. And that always gets some attention. So that was happening on Friday. So that was a 1, 2, 3 planned, orchestrated launch. And we knew we were going to get some press. We got a little bit of press from National Public Radio, and that started priming the pump a little bit. The elevator conference was going on. We were starting to get some activity.